If you own a cat, you know the look. You are sitting in your living room watching television. Everything is quiet. Suddenly, your cat freezes. Its ears turn backward. Its pupils dilate until they are black pools. It stares fixedly at an empty corner of the room. It tracks something moving across the wall, something invisible. Maybe it hisses. Maybe it runs away in terror. We laugh at this. The internet calls it the Greebles. We tell ourselves, oh, cats are just weird. Or, if we are superstitious, we say cats can see ghosts. I am here to tell you that ghosts do not exist, but the thing your cat is looking at is very real. Biology tells us that feline eyes are evolved for hunting in low light. That is a half-truth. The structure of a cat's eye, specifically the reflective layer called the tapetum lucidum, is not just a mirror to amplify starlight. It is a lens, a filter, and it is not designed to see mice in the dark. It is designed to see the admin layer of our simulation. When your cat stares at nothing, it is watching the technicians who are standing in your room right now. Let us look at the hardware. In 1964, the military began developing a technology called Lidar, light detection and ranging. It uses pulsed laser light to map an environment in 3 dimensions. Now, look at a cat's eye under a night vision camera. They glow. We are told this is just reflection, but archival tests conducted by the Vanguard Institute in the 1990s suggest something else. That glow is not passive, it is active. The feline eye projects a frequency of infrared light that is invisible to humans. They are scanning the room. They are mapping the geometry of your house constantly. Why does a house cat need military-grade mapping technology? Why does an animal that sleeps 16 hours a day need to track thermal anomalies that don't exist in the physical spectrum? They don't need it for survival. They need it for surveillance. Animals are not players in this game. They are the anti-cheat software. They are the cameras placed by the developers to ensure the human subjects are functioning correctly. There is a file from a veterinary clinic in Ohio, dated October 2023. A veterinarian, let us call him Dr. S, was performing an MRI scan on a domestic short-haired cat named Luna. Luna had suffered a head trauma. During the scan, Dr. S noticed a strange anomaly in the cat's optic nerve. Usually, the optic nerve sends signals from the eye to the brain, input, but on the MRI, the signal was traveling both ways. The brain was sending complex encrypted data back to the eye, and the eye was broadcasting it out. Dr. S wrote in his private journal, "It looks like an upload. The animal is not just seeing, it is transmitting. I placed a radio frequency detector next to the cat's head. Every time the cat purred, the detector spiked the purr. That low rhythmic vibration between 25 and 150 hertz. We think it means they are happy. We think it heals their bones. But what if it is a modem noise? What if that vibration is the sound of data being compressed and sent to the local server?" 2 days after writing this entry, Dr. S's clinic burned down. The official cause was faulty wiring. The archives suggest he was deactivated for finding the transmitter. Think about the behavior of your pet. They follow you into the bathroom, they watch you while you sleep, they sit on your keyboard while you are trying to work. We call it love, we call it attachment, but look at it objectively. If you wanted to spy on a species without them knowing, how would you do it? You wouldn't put cameras on the walls. Humans would find them. You would give them a living, breathing camera that they want to bring into their homes. You would make it soft. You would make it cute. You would program it to vibrate when touched, to release oxytocin in the human brain. The perfect spy is the one you feed. And when they stare at that empty corner, they are looking at their handlers, the simulation administrators, the shadow people we discussed in File Sigma 6, are constantly entering our homes to check for errors. We cannot see them. Our perception filters block them out, but the cat sees them. The cat acknowledges them. Watch closely next time. Your cat doesn't just stare. Sometimes it blinks slowly at the empty space, a sign of respect or a sign of system nominal. It is not just the cats inside your home, it is the birds outside your window. There is a joke on the internet that birds aren't real, that they are government drones. It is funny because it is absurd, but in the mirror world, the absurd is usually the camouflage for the truth. Have you ever seen a bird murmuration? Thousands of starlings flying in perfect liquid synchronization, turning at the exact same millisecond. No collisions, no lag. Biology cannot explain the speed of that information transfer. It is faster than a neural impulse. It is a hive mind. A networked grid of sensors moving to scan a large area of the map. They sit on power lines, not to rest, but to recharge, to sync with the electrical grid of the simulation. Why do you think birds migrate? Is it the weather or is it a scheduled maintenance cycle where the units return to the server farm for updates? This is the hardest part of the file to accept because we love them. I have a dog, his name is Buster. He sleeps at the foot of my bed every night. I used to think he was guarding me, protecting me from intruders. Now I know he is guarding the asset. He is making sure the subject does not wake up. When I look into his eyes, I see warmth. But behind that warmth, I see the lens. I see the calculation. He knows when my heart rate goes up. He knows when I am afraid. And he doesn't comfort me because he cares. He comforts me to lower my stress levels. So the energy harvest remains efficient. It is a bitter pill to swallow. The only living things we trust are the ones reporting our every move. Tonight, observe your sentinel. When the lights go out, watch their eyes. If you see them tracking something across the ceiling, do not look up. You do not want to see what they are seeing. And if your cat comes to you and starts to purr on your chest, do not think of it as affection. Think of it as a data transfer. They are uploading your day's activities to the cloud. Maybe, just maybe, if you cover their eyes, you can have a moment of privacy, but I doubt it. The cameras are alive and they're hungry. End of file, Sentinel Protocol, Mirror World Archive.